Gentlemen, to the DreamHack Open 46 close qualifiers. My name is Dinko, joined by Hawker, and we're hopping into X-Chiefs versus VERTEX. Second map of the series. We're here on Overpass. Currently, the Chiefs leading the way by one map in this best of three after taking Nuke, and now we head into Overpass. This is a map we don't know too much about them on. We'll see if they can perform to the same level they did over on the first.
If they do have some sneaky time put into this map, you'd think it could suit X-Chiefs with their slow, methodical play style. Let's see if that indeed comes into fruition, though. It's starting out so strong for them. The fights on mid, excellent for X-Chiefs. They win every single one of them, and now VERTEX have to go for a plan B, which is literally to go back to the B-bomb site.
Let's see if it works out for them. Brace and Addict looking their way through. There's going to be a Molotov in behind the wall as Brace dives down in towards water. They put a little bit of pressure up in towards Soju, and he's just hiding at the edge of that smoke, and he's able to come out with a headshot as well because of it. The flank coming in through Monster and short. Every single angle was penetrated. X-Chiefs dominate the pistol coming into Overpass. Not a single player drops.
And I love the aggression X-Chiefs come with, because on Overpass, you can go for aggressive plays like that. I remember at Pro League, Furia were playing with their coach, Guerry, and they would just throw a lot of random aggressions in there. They go for a connector push. They go for a mid play. They go for some water control. They just go for different aggressions every round because you have those options as the CTs to take aggressive fights and just to turn it into more of an aim-heavy map on the CT side. And I think X-Chiefs could do well by going for some of those plays throughout this map. So nice to see them getting off to a good start with some aggression. And VERTEX have taken literally $0 of investment into this round, Dinko. It's never a good idea. You've got to always invest some of your money, guys. Got to make that passive income. It's not quite how it works in Counter-Strike, but you know.
Gotta set up your finances in a way where you have your 7 avenues of earning money, you know?
Exactly. Make your money work for you.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta get your investments sorted, crypto investments, get your book, your ebook out there, your classes. These are all things you need to be doing. You know, you gotta get a book everybody's gonna buy and read. And just, oh man, you know what the worst thing is? Those people that are like self-help gurus, and their book literally is just 100 pages of them saying nothing. It's the worst. They say so much, but say so little at the same time.
Yeah, there's a lot of those. If they're, especially the ones that, yeah, they're basically only success comes from selling a book to tell you how to get successful. But the way they became successful is by selling you a book to tell you how to get successful. So it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Unless everyone who reads the book then themselves makes a book, it just doesn't make sense. Yeah. The math doesn't add up.
I read this one book about a guy who set up your new morning routine. And basically, he was saying, you know, in Chapter 8, you'll find out how to make your life amazing. And it's just like, this, I was literally halfway through the book and I hadn't learned anything. It's just like, why am I reading this? This is useless. Never do that.
Dinko. Did you ever get to Chapter 8?
Yeah. I went to Chapter 8, read one page, and that was it. That could have been the whole page. Just one page. Like, the whole book could have just been one page, and that would have taken everything I needed from it.
Got another early kill in one of these rounds from X-Chiefs. This time Maker winning that battle towards Monster. VERTEX wanting to play a slow round across the map, but a 1v1 fight goes against them. X-Chiefs can now sit back. They've even taken B short control. This is nice proactive play from X-Chiefs, getting some good information. They'll start to rotate players up to the A site. And if this ends as an A play, X-Chiefs should be very well prepared for this.
And PZ. He's gonna find... Oh my god, how does he get his crosshair back in time? It looked like PZ was about to go down there to Gump, but somehow they both whiff and they deliver a kill for PZ. That's gonna put it back into the 4v4. 30 seconds from in. And this attack into the A site has been foiled by Blitz. He's got himself a double kill, and that bomb is down inside of the smoke. Addict trying to dive on up. Maker coming up with the rotation as Addict hits the deck. Blitz has got everything. A 4K for the X-Chiefs. It looked like that was going to be a VERTEX side take, but Blitz just denies them any safe passage.
Yeah, lovely round tactically from X-Chiefs and lovely round, obviously, individually from Blitz there. But the reason I think he's able to overperform so much from that position is that VERTEX have already got 2 kills onto A. They're probably thinking this site is fairly clear. Maybe they think there's one more player towards the A-bomb site, but because X-Chiefs have that well-timed aggression towards B short, they knew that B was clear, they knew it was going to be an A play, they had so many players in position that VERTEX weren't fully ready for some of those angles, and that nade stack is so close to a kill, but Humongous survives on a slither of health.
Yeah, Humongous is going to get himself a frag as well, so this is definitely looking a little rough for VERTEX. Finally, they get rid of Humongous. That does actually open up the chance for a bomb plant, and it looks like they'll secure the plant. So, money in the bank, if nothing else. No, that's all about trying to win the round. Nade damage is successful in bringing Attic down to 6 HP. They're going to throw some extra utility in. Flashes to try and get this one going. Oh, the kill was the P250s that lined them up. And now it's all on Peasy. 1 versus 1 against Soju. There's still plenty of time, though, for Soju to win this round. He doesn't have a smoke, though. Has got the kit and needs to figure out what Peasy's playing from, and he's giving away his position with those shots. It's going to be the swing out, and Peasy brings him down. VERTEX with their first round on the board. It's done in the most unlikely of fashions.
Nice try from Soju, who's been doing a lot of work in some of these late round scenarios. I believe he's the most recent addition to this roster too, if I'm not mistaken, or he's certainly a fairly recent one. But fair play to VERTEX, finding the nade stack damage early, finding an early kill into the B site, which helped them start to swarm it in the first place. Not a round you'd expect them to do too well in, but one that they end up winning. And those are the sorts of rounds that can swing the game massively in your favor, because now X-Chiefs themselves are broke in this round.
And their eyes just crumbling at this point. Rufflecoat taking himself the double kill. And the Chiefs, because they've had 2 rounds in a row, they've suffered a lot of casualties. We'll just have to stomach this loss, and that's going to be 3-2 on the board, locked in now for VERTEX. Great to see them having that fight in them. A couple of the individuals on this team definitely have impressed. I think Brace over on Nuke was still having a fantastic game, even though they lost that. So it's still good to see that there is fight in the VERTEX side. It won't just be an X-Chiefs show here on the second map either. Trying to find the remaining players, trying to eliminate everything at this point. And they will do that. Gump was the only player with anything of value. Blitz still with the default USP. So that is going to be literally everything taken away from X-Chiefs, and every player dropped as well. Flawless round out of VERTEX. They keep everybody alive as we head into round 6. It is looking good for the X-Chiefs economy, who once again can buy. They'll get that AWP out. The M4 is around it. Utility available. And for VERTEX, it's the full purchase. Just the AKs though. We'll see what they have up their sleeve coming into this gun round.
Blitz has definitely shown us an ability to make plays with that AWP. We saw it in that late round on Nuke, where he went aggressive and got his team a crucial multi-kill to help them close out that map. So we'll see if Blitz can continue to find those sorts of plays on this map. In our Overpass game earlier, we were seeing a lot of these early B-sided stacks. We're getting one of those rounds in this one too. There was a 4B stack in play initially from X-Chiefs. Now Soju will start to rotate back up towards A to make it a slightly more standard hold. As for VERTEX, they are still just working on this early map control. Smoke was just deployed in towards the bathroom so they can start to gain some ground. Flash at the ready for long, and there's no one here on the other side. So they'll slowly but surely gain their ground. Ooh, if this ends up being a full monster play, this could be tough for VERTEX, because it's another setup where, look, X-Chiefs have a pretty heavy focus on monster with a couple of players.
Yeah, the setup right now, waiting for them on the other side, could definitely mold them to pieces at this point. I think X-Chiefs are starting to get a little anxious towards A as well, so they should be able to pick up some info. Looks like Gump could be in a decent spot coming down on that flying through connector, but here comes the play through into B. Rufflecoat with Maker. Hitting the deck first. Blitz has been able to find one, but it's all about Vertex. If they can get enough kills onto the site, and they're doing it. They're finding their way onto the bomb site, but they have lost a lot of members. They've been able to keep it even, though, and damage done as well onto the CT player, Soju. No kill, though, for Attic, but he has got that Molotov into the 1 versus 2 clutch. Gump on his flank down connector has been able to take Apocdod out. And it's all onto Addict. He's got that molly, remember it. But this peek from Gump is going to be enough. And that's the round for X-Chiefs. I think you were right, Hawkey. You know, they lose too many members in that initial B attack. Yes, they keep it even, but when you're on the T side, you kind of want to have that advantage into the post plant.
And that was even despite getting the first kill and putting yourself in a position where you actually can gain ground on the site. There's definitely a world in which you lose that first fight and you just get trapped in that monster choke point. So it actually started out okay for Vertex. But in the 2v2, X-Chiefs played it pretty well. I think, unfortunately for Addict there, he was hoping that his reposition to short would be unexpected enough that he didn't have to use that molly, that he could just peek and get the drop on one of the players initially. But because X-Chiefs have already had a look at Monster, they realize that it's likely the short play. They have eyes on that position. And so they go ahead and take a 4th round. It is a bye for both teams, still in this one though. Roffelco solo working on short, while his teammates begin to have a look over towards A. The previous round, Vertex used a smoke towards bathrooms to take some early control. This one again, they're focusing on long early, and the flashes are effective at forcing that CT orb off the angle.
Oh, a nice little Gump peek out from the bathrooms. Brace. Now we're down and out. An advantage in play here for X-Chiefs. For Vertex, we're just going to start putting a little bit more pressure in towards A. You've got one player left lurking over on B. Is the one player holding that down, but even they're leaving now. And that is going to be Roffelco now dropping off B completely. Looks like Vertex want to send all of the remaining resources into what will be an A attack. And Gump needs to be careful he doesn't walk around the corner. Attic was waiting for it. And now there's going to be 2 players coming up. Can Gump get a single kill? In fact, he'll find one and nearly a second. Couldn't quite compose himself for the second time of asking. He does get traded out by Roffelco, and oh, get your gun out, both of you. Blitz, I don't know if he's seen his opponent, but yes, he flicks back. He flicks back just in the night time, and now it's going to be Apocdod trying to win out the round in the 1 versus 3. He's picked up one quickly onto Soju, and now starts to run it back into long, but there's only 10 seconds left. He's come back into the site, but Humongous is here now. Now he's got another issue to deal with, and it's just going to be too much to handle. Too many players, and an easy kill for Maker. 5 rounds on the board for the X-Chiefs, and they are starting to really ramp up the lead.
I really like the way Gump played that round. It was not a common way to play in towards A short. He was really aggressive on his initial angle. If you remember that first kill he got, he was fully pushed up in that little corner on the bathrooms where it's hard to fall back. But with the way that Vertex have been running these defaults, they've been focusing much more on A long. They've been focusing much more on flashing A long, getting that early control. So he knew there was a decent chance for a fair fight. This time, he's not got a fair fight, though. He's been handled early by Vertex, who had so many players waiting for him.
Vertex with 4-man push into what is going to be the B defense between Maker and Humongous. They're going to try and make it work. Apocdod is starting to come into a bit more of a lively form, much more of what you expect from him. Had a very unorthodox, quiet performance over on Nuke, but this time around trying to make it work, and he's done much better. He's taking control of the A site, and this has caused problems for Soju. Luckily, in the end, he's able to get a kill, but it doesn't even matter because here comes the B play. Here comes the real play into the round. It has to be the hole for the defense. Humongous has got one. A Maker now with much more pressure on his shoulders now that his teammate's gone. And Soju out of play as well. They find Maker. Peasy was just all over the site just figuring out what the remaining opponents was, and he does a really good job at figuring it out and taking those important frags. So Vertex, great stuff out of Apocdod, just drawing attention away.
And X-Chiefs money is so bad that they'll be forcing here with weak weapons. Good work from Vertex here. Once we've hit the gun rounds, it's looked much, much more competitive. If you remember back to the start of this game, X-Chiefs got a 3-0 lead early. but since we've hit the full buys for both teams, most rounds have been fairly close. And that can always be taxing on the CTs. The jumping MP9 is surprisingly accurate. You can do good damage, and he's actually got the kill with it. Unfortunately, 2 of his teammates have fallen in the meantime, so Humongous hasn't been able to give his team the lead. But still a nice kill with the jumping MP9. Always fun to see.
Yeah, MP9 in play. That's what you love. There's no P90s yet, Hawker. You know, we did try to get some sort of cursed fairy tale going on early on today, but there's no P90 this time around. Maybe that'll come out a little bit later on. But right now, it is going to be VERTEX just taking the time. They've got the man advantage. There's no need to really throw anything away here. So they're just going to walk their way up in through the mid area, putting a little bit more pressure on towards A. They're so tentative in their approach, though. They don't really want to give away anything. You can't blame them with how this game has been so far. No, X-Chiefs given a slight advantage, and they'll be able to pull that all the way back. You can't allow that to happen, and VERTEX know that. It's good to see the respect coming through. The methodical approach has worked out, and the bomb will go down. VERTEX now will just have an easy time of things for the next 40 seconds. That time will take on, the bomb will go off, and X-Chiefs are saving their weapons elsewhere.
Any more guns for them? They did get a kill. Don't know if there are any more available. At least they haven't found them right now. Well, not a bad start to this game for both teams, but it is VERTEX who seem to be taking over as it stands. See if X-Chiefs can change that, though, once they get their guns back out. For now, it will be the save of what they have. And it will be a round where, with the losing bonus X-Chiefs have, they won't want to invest too much. Maybe a couple $100 at most. Even then, I'm not sure you even want to do that, because Blitz, for example, who has the extra cash, is probably trying to save for the AWP. So they won't be able to get too much into this one.
Yeah.
Are they going to stick with the M4 on the player without Kevlar?
Yeah, that is interesting. Yeah. I thought they were going to throw that over to Humongous, which I would actually like to see, but... yeah, Soldier's just going to keep it. He's going to go up in the boost, I guess. I don't know. I feel like this boost might negate the issue of Kevlar. Maybe that's the philosophy behind it, but they're trying to make it work. They just feel confident Soju is so good right now that he can just take those kills without really needing Kevlar to back him up. You know what, Alex? I feel like I'm in Australia right now. I'm just so hot right now. It's so warm. There's a glass window, a huge glass window from floor to ceiling right to my left side. And it is just, I am sweating so much right now. This is the true Aussie Counter-Strike experience.
Funnily enough, I'm not getting that experience. So
no, I can imagine. You imagine though the heat that I'm experiencing right now, and where you are. You're in a literal glass room.
Yeah, I'm surrounded by glass.
It's like Willy Wonka's elevator.
Exactly. Oh, hello, Humongous. Great damage. No kill onto PZ, and he will run out of ammo shortly if he keeps on playing this game. No backup for him. Oh wow, and he's just been wallbanged.
Yeah, a little unfortunate there. PZ's been incredible over the past few rounds, hasn't he? He's just been hitting some stupid shots. Didn't quite get to see that one, of course, but maybe we'll get to see something today, Hawker. Right now, it is just going to be Gump on the USP and Blitz on the Eagle, so we don't expect too much out of them. VERTEX will be taking themselves another round. I'll tie things up 5-5. And at this moment in time, if you're X-Chiefs, you kind of forget about the good start that you had on Overpass, right? You're starting to worry about it a little bit. VERTEX starting to get comfortable on this T side, and this is an affair that they should be much more comfortable in. Often in comparison to the nuke start that they had. So it's cool to see VERTEX in this situation where they're actually putting up the fight, because they were coming back on nuke. There wasn't a done deal towards the end. I think if they just had a slightly better showing in the first few rounds and they actually got control of that economy game, I think they could have had a much better affair on nuke even to what they have now. So it's cool to see VERTEX getting a run up and getting a shot at in this series early on.
And for X-Chiefs, this may just be a scenario where they need to find more ways to continue to go aggressive, because that seemed to be what was working for them in some of the earlier rounds when they were winning some early fights. You can't really go for the same aggressions over and over again, though. You normally want to find a couple of different ones to throw in there. Here comes a fast B play, and this lineup could be deadly. Maker's already got 2, but somehow they fire back at him through the smoke.
Yeah, it's just a straight up battle of will right there, and it will be Vertex to come out worse for wear in terms of the player count, but at least they put an end to Maker before we can get any more than the 2 initial picked up on the spray down. Too often do we see scenarios like that result in the CT getting an absolute shutdown completely. Is Brace lagging out for you? Or is that just me?
He seems good now.
No, he seems good now, but he was lagging out a moment ago. Hopefully. That might just be me, because I'm connecting to an Australian server at GoTV from Europe.
That's what I've always been. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm never sure if I'm lagging or not.
Yeah. Probably us. I mean, we are like on 300 ping right now. I remember Blair and I tried to play on Australian servers for those missions. What was the last operation called? Broken Fang. Yeah, we had like some Broken Fang missions, and for some reason the only server that was available for one of the missions was Australia, and it was not fun playing on 350 ping. It was impossible.
Good to know.
But it did feel different. I see a lot more diggity on those servers.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Damn, they spotted that boost out. That's a real shame. Vertex spotted that with that first player in, but they clearly didn't know exactly how to deal with it. Soju's down to 2 health from the flames, but still XG should be favored on this retake.
Yeah, they'll try and get back in. Vertex are down a member. And this time is starting to tick, and X-Chiefs feel comfortable about that. You know, they don't really mind. They're going to go try and get a kill, but now they should start to sweat a little bit, because now another kill has gone in favor of Brace. A follow-up, and it's all crumbling. Apokdud left alone up against Blitz, who's come back into the site. He's looking to try and tap that bomb. Apokdud has dropped back into Monster. Time is certainly ticking, but Blitz has got it. He'll get onto that defuse. He's going to stick it all the way through. Is there enough time? There isn't. The top bar on this HUD is completely wrong. And that is going to be 6 rounds for Vertex picking it up.
We even got a lol in chat there from one of the Vertex players after that round. They are clearly pretty happy with winning that one. Man, that is a scenario where you think X-Chief should have it, right? You see the health on the Vertex players, but they're kind of just faffing around with the boosts. I almost wonder whether they're better off just pushing together there and just trading in that scenario. You've got such a big edge. Maybe you are just better off going for the fight outright. I believe Vertex missed that short molly to stop the CT aggression early. Isn't too costly, but we will see the CT aggression now. Fights close range. Maker makes it a double kill, and he should get a rifle into his hands.
He's got that in his hand, no problem. They're going to start trying to shut this one out with some utility. Molotov down into short, and a nice headshot from Soju is picked up. Kill comes in, his Gump is now taken out of play. Peasy on the double. Again, wall bangs from this AWP. He's just delivered everything. And now Maker's starting to come around the backside. NWP starting to make its way up into the site, and Addict's actually going to go back down into water. They want to clear this out before they feel comfortable about the plant, but all that's done is allowed time for Maker to get closer to the site. And once again, they're aware of that possibility. Addict is so uncomfortable right now. He doesn't know how to plant the bomb, and eventually when he goes for it, it's the peek out from Maker, and Peasy now in the 1 versus 1 up against Soju. Peasy looking for the clutch, but it's the Deagle headshot. Soju brings him down, and they've tied up the scoreline 6-6.
You know how I said Vertex typed a lol in chat after the last round?
Yeah.
Now after this one of the ex-Chiefs players has typed a lol in chat.
They just go lol for lol, you could say.
And they haven't been typing anything else in chat, by the way. That's all they've been doing. Oh, and they're taking a timeout now. Oh, I love this. I love this. I want to see this sort of stuff on LAN. That's what I want to see back in my life. Oh, beautiful. What a round for X-Chiefs, though. What a round for them.
Yeah, it was a fantastic round for the X-Chiefs to find. You know, they really shouldn't have been able to pick that one up. And Peasy was doing everything he could, right? He was landing every shot that he needed. Yeah. And that even at the end, just the one deke was too much for him to handle.
I love how patient Maker was, too, because he started that flank round Monster, and he didn't fall for the fake plant. Because I guess he figured that they may have cleared B short, so he just didn't swing the site instantly. He waited a little longer and then finally took that fight, finally got that kill. 6-6 scoreline on the board. VERTEX fighting for short early. Jump peek from Soju, who will be absolutely denied. Brace hits him with a headshot.
And that's a brilliant start for VERTEX into what needs to be a quick reply round, right? You just had that previous loss that you really shouldn't have lost, and now you've got to come back with a reply. It needs to be swift, response, and effective. And VERTEX have got that man advantage, no problem. Looking to try and take some map control off of it as well. You know, getting that early kill, they don't have toilets, they don't have long. And that push from Gump is actually going to find the reply. And now the bomb. Well, they've got to worry about that. And the only player that could get back in time is going to be Briss, who's going to run back and pick that bomb up. But it is starting to look a little worrying now for VERTEX. Because yes, they had the initial kill, but they don't really have significant map control. The biggest part of the control they have right now that they're aware of is, of course, water. But they've now taken long back. And they've also got those bathrooms if they decide to walk in there. So they will have some control for this A attack, and it looks like that's going to be the call.
"30 seconds remaining to get that bomb up through long." Gump is still trying to be a nuisance in and around the bathrooms, but Addict is so far up that Blitz can't deal with him. Gump finally pulling the trigger on his play, but he's alone on the A site for a while until that rotate arrives, and with Roffelko clearing him out, the bomb plant will be free, and the CTs are still fairly far away, but they're fighting back. Humongous doing his best, but it's all on Maker, having to come all the way around in through Dumpster, and it's going to be so hard to force these fights against them. PZ waiting with the AWP gives VERTEX the lead. And another lol in chat, of course. I think that's just going to be every round from now, Dinko.
Yeah, I think that's just the bind at this point, Hawker. Apologies for the HUD right now, everybody. Hopefully try and get that sorted.
Chiefs in trouble in this round with just 3 Deegs to work with. They have got some aggression going. Ooh, VERTEX might not be fully ready for this. They've lost the first player, but I like the response from VERTEX. They spot the mid-aggression. They quickly decide we're just going to group and go back to B. Even if we give away that AK, we think we can get the site. And it looks like they'd be right now. Only 1 CT on this B site itself. Soju's trying to stay alive, trying to buy time, but he's been dealt with, and that should allow the bomb to be planted as long as they use this utility to lock the CTs out.
Yeah, well, a 4 versus 4 at this point. Gump has come in with a kill onto Roffelko. And that bomb down. And it's starting to look like this situation is starting to heat up for the VERTEX side. It's PZ once again, just delivering some of the most impactful kills you can ask for him. Blitz and Humongous, the last remaining players, and PZ brings him down. It's 6 as we head into the last remaining round of this first half. VERTEX will confirm themselves at least the first round lead going into the second, and X-Chiefs trailing behind, but they're going to go for the double up setup. It's something different. It's something they can definitely use as an element of surprise. Maybe they'll catch VERTEX off. We'll have to find out.
That's what they're hoping for here. Whatever happens, it will be a somewhat close scoreline at the half, but these gun rounds have been fairly favored for VERTEX. If X-Chiefs didn't get that 3-round streak early in this half, they would have been in for a tough time. And they're losing players early in this one too. They've already lost a couple of members right at the start of the round. This looks set to be a 9th at the half for VERTEX.
And VERTEX will be extremely happy about that one. Chiefs are just getting toyed with and eliminated quite effectively at this point. And VERTEX just biding their time. I'm loving the slow, methodical approach out of them. They've been so good at just being in this scenario and just slowing the T side down, being methodical, and look how much utility they still have available to them, Hawker. So it's like 50 seconds left, and they still have full nades on 3 players, so this is definitely looking good for VERTEX. 1 kill comes in from Maker, but Apocdud is traded it out elsewhere, and VERTEX now realize that A site is up for grabs.
Fully commit with confidence at this point. 4v2 advantage, site completely clear. X-Chiefs will have to try the retake, but they won't be liking their chances.
Two-man advantage for VERTEX, locked in, and no kit available for the remaining CTs at this point. They're going to try and get in towards the site. Peasy with 1. And he's looking for the final kill. He'll get it as well. Peasy with a fantastic half of Counter-Strike. 19 and 7. VERTEX lead the way going into the second half, ladies and gentlemen. Join us after the break to find out if it's VERTEX sending us to a third, or if X-Chiefs will be able to pull this back.
So I'm calling you to let me through, and I reach for you. This time I won't let go. So I'm calling you.
good.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second half. We're right underway. It's XG's versus VERTEX. Apologies towards the end of that first half for some tech issues. Hopefully, we can get those resolved for you guys the rest of the game. But we're right into this pistol. Blitzing Gump taking themselves 2 early picks and now charging their way in towards the B defense. Brace holding with a USP in hand. Addict has found 1, so at least it is within touching distance here for VERTEX, but they have lost significant numbers, and now they're losing health as well. XG's looking to plant that bomb and looking to secure it. Looks like this pistol is almost theirs. If just a few moments later, they can keep it standing.
Everyone swings onto that final man. Brace, for a second, looked like he may have a chance to line them all up, but as long as the ex-Chiefs players hit a quick headshot of their own, they were always going to have that round. I think Blitz didn't realize he didn't have the bomb as he ran onto the default position. So he had 2 players just kind of crouching on default. But it all worked out in the long run for ex-Chiefs, who are successful on their initial pistol round here on the T side. B play works out for them in the first round. Now let's see what they want to do in the follow-up. Maybe time to pump the brakes in this round. Take some time. And make sure you don't run into any pistols and give away any guns unnecessarily. You can see on the minimap, ex-Chiefs playing very far back at the start of this one.
They're just taking the time here, ex-Chiefs, not really wanting to give anything up. They know if they throw away a good start at the start of the second half, you can very easily find yourself in a position where it actually becomes almost too difficult to recover, especially if you're not exactly an overpass specialist on this T side. You will run into a few more issues, so they need to take the best start possible. They need to keep it clean. PZ was incredible in that first half. Now we're going to get to see him tested immediately coming into the second. He has got some support coming up here with him. Brace trying to help him out inside of the site. PZ has taken some damage, but looking to dish out some of his own. It's 1 kill for Brace. He's taken down Humongous. And as Blitz looking for a follow-up, but Brace is doing more. The Deagle has soared to 2 kills. And he's sitting back in blank as well. He's looking for even more. Ex-Chiefs are losing too many players right now. Luckily getting that bomb down. And now it's all about turning this into the round win. And they spot the flank out. Rolfulco hits the deck in behind. And now a 3 versus 3.
That's big. That allows them to play the bathrooms much more comfortably, and that's a great spot to be in the post plant. The 1 man on long could get isolated. Maker goes down, and now it's up to these bathrooms players. Apoc Doug gets 1, and he knows that Blitz is close by, but Blitz can just hold his nerve, wait for the tap of the bomb. He probably knows it's unlikely to be a kit, but he doesn't want to take that chance. He peeks the bomb and takes the round. It comes close, but ex-Chiefs are able to hold on. And that initial push looked somewhat discoordinated between the short and the long players. You saw the first man running in from short way ahead of the rest of the players from long. Felt like that was a big reason as to why VERTEX were able to find some fair fights, some 1v1s to begin with, to put themselves in a position where they had a chance to steal the round. But ex-Chiefs are able to hold on, and that should allow them to win this round much more easily.
And this round really doesn't have much written about it for VERTEX at all, right? It's just a quick little pot flash, swing, try and overwhelm some of the rifles in connector. Maybe you can find an AK, but the most likely of results is going to be Blitz just taking headshots like hell. 3 for him picked up, and Maker able to take Rolfulco down. You know what's it's gonna get to the point now where we're missing so much action. I'm literally going to try and observe and cast at the same time, Alex. I think I could do better than this right now, to be honest. So, anybody that is watching that is complaining now, just get ready. You can fire all your complaints at me when we miss action in the future, because I'm going to start taking over the observing Hawk. This is about to get real messy.
All right, I'll still maybe just be in the dark, so I'll pretend to know what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, it's better if we actually see what's going on, and you just commentate the kill feed when you see it happening, Alex. We can make something work here.
Yeah, that's fair enough. There's not much observing you have to do right now, is there?
No, I'm not observing yet. I'm going into the numbers. All right, here we go. Gotta look at the minimap. I'm getting ready. This is the Rushly job. I get to figure out like what life is to be an observer.
I feel like it's pretty stressful, to be honest.
Yeah, well maybe get some I don't have any cam paths, you know. I'm not quite leveled up. Oh, got the little shift key. I can do the overviews. Oh man, Hulk, this is really, this is something you've never seen before. I'm about to get an Academy Award nomination, I think, here with my cinematography.
The overviews are nice. Oh, did we catch that? Did we catch that?
Yeah, we did. We seen Brace go down, and, you know, Maker making it happen, and now we get right into the action. Round 19 coming right up. 2 MAC-10s in play for Humongous and Soju. The rest on AKs. Over for Vertex. They got the AWP for PZ. Rifles out across the rest. Some utility in play. And for X-Chiefs, well, they're going to pick up the AKs. MAC-10 there is actually 1 MAC-10 because they had 2 of them. Now just the 1. So we'll see if Soju's going to be the raid boss in this one, Hawker.
Only the 1 helmet on the CT side. So that MAC-10 could actually shred some players. If it gets close range, the headshots will do much more damage than you might expect against the players who don't have those helmets. Bit of early damage onto A-Block Dud. Nothing too considerable. We're really seeing here in the Australian scene that they love that 4B stack early in the round just to try and stop any of those fast B plays, which are somewhat common. You'll see teams go for the B rushes fairly frequently, much less likely to be an A rush, but this time it is a faster play towards A, sneaking up into the bathrooms. They've decided to turn back, though, just as they're about to walk into that AWP.
Yeah, PZ is going aggressive. He's going to find himself 1. Maker down and out of the bathrooms. And that's an easy pick for PZ. A minute left under the clock. Smoke's actually landed on PZ. I don't know if he intended that, but that is perfect from him. He's blocked out the smoke for being effective. And they've got Attic inside of the bathrooms not right now as well, right? So he knows that no one's coming this way. He knows that there's no problems coming through the bathrooms up until the front. He's got that covered. And they've got teammates inside of the A site. Addict is going to start to peek down in towards middle. Nothing spotted. He actually just missed the potential play coming up through mid. And now comes the A play. These footsteps need to be heard. Addict needs to start shutting him down. The MAC-10 charging forward. It's 1. In fact, Humongous has taken 2 kills with the AK. And Soju with the MAC-10 is really trying to be the raid boss. Finally, he will go down. And it is going to be Humongous continuing his kills. He's a bloodthirsty man as he goes for more. 4 kills in the round, and he's got the ace. Humongous with all 5. It's 10-9 on the board as X-Chiefs will take the lead.
Wow. Ace coming through on that A play. Oh man, Vertex just made their move away at the wrong time. They start to move some players away as the push comes in. It allows X-Chiefs to get that foothold onto the bomb site that they needed. And even though Humongous didn't get into a great post-plant position, even though he's trapped behind the default box, which is oftentimes a spot you can be cleared out of quite quickly, he's able to make it look like a great position, just turning onto all those separate angles, doing really well to win all those fights. And now Vertex could be made to pay for this slow start on this second half. They're back down to pistols again. And if X-Chiefs could keep this up, a 2-0 could be on the horizon. It's a bit early to call it, but they are going to get themselves into the lead. And they should be about to extend that lead up to an 11-9 scoreline here, assuming we don't see some crazy D plays. I don't see this boost done when you just have the AKs often. They don't even have an AWP for it.
Yeah, I mean, you don't really see that happen at all. And I almost forgot I was observing for a second, Alex. That's really bad. Let me see here. Yeah, I caught all that. It's hard to... I feel for Rush, man. You know, this job's a little harder than it looks. I'm feeling the wrath of it today. It's like work experience. I've learned how to be an observer. But 10-9.
See this boost on B short with Brace?
Let's take a look at that. Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, we're looking at it right now.
Yeah. Could be fun.
Yeah, could be. Right now, Brace up here looking strong. Let's see if this position works out for him. Looks like the long control starting to come in here towards long right now for the X-Chiefs. A little bit of a collision perhaps coming through as Attic looks to try and get over towards long at the flower beds with the deagle. He's at the corner just waiting by the wayside. The Deagle at the ready. The body shots will they start to come through here. Soju, he's going to crack open the skull straight away. Now we look to the defense to try and hold on for a little bit more. And it is Peasy that you can often rely on. He's jump spotting. He's trying to get the nade in position. He's going to dump it right in towards Long. And the flash is at the ready out to the right side as well. Molotov's going to burn him away. And that flash is perfect. Just couldn't really get much more done than that. His teammates starting to step up, though. Apok Dud starting to come in with kills, and now the flank starts to come through. Blitz and Maker trying to get on towards the site as they start to lock in the digits. It'll now be a post plan, but a man down here. This has to be huge, and they'll find 2 kills, and suddenly it's all shut down. 11-9 for the X-Chiefs, starting to grab control of this one.
VERTEX got a couple of kills to make that scary. That push-up connector, I thought might be the difference maker, because once they get that frag up on the connector push, they have the bathrooms control. They have the ability to force X-Chiefs to play the post plant from the site, especially because PZ was just surviving on the dumpster side. But thankfully, X-Chiefs were able to win those fights into short pretty quickly, and now they're thinking of going back to the boost. I think they're going for it eventually. They're going to take some time, but they finally will start to assemble this boost. It is taking a long time to boost here.
Yeah, it really is.
Finally getting
Let's
up.
go. Get him up. Up on top. It takes time to build a proper tower. You know, you got to get the foundations in place. You got to get all the planning permission. Eventually, they get Blitz up on top of it. He's not going to be able to spot too much from up here, though, and that is a little bit of a worrying sign. And no one peeks. No one from VERTEX gives anything away because this B hold right now is pretty passive. You know, you got the monster set up, one behind pillar, one in towards graffiti. So VERTEX just playing nice and passive on this B site.
Smoke from Brace at just the right time to keep X-Chiefs at bay. That'll buy them a bit of extra time on the clock, and with Roffelco having all utility on that B side of the map, he could slow them down further, but the flash play is something they may not be ready for.
It'd have to be a pop play coming out of the T side here. Gump at the front, waiting for him on the other side. 2 CTs on his right hand side. Scope of Blitz trying to peer in towards the site, and here comes the attack on out. Brace looking to hold it. Line up is there. It's a shutdown from Brace, and now Puck Dud. And now Blitz is the last remaining play for the T's, and he will fall so quickly. 11-10 as VERTEX are just one away from tying things up again. They really have got fight left in them, and this is going to be a battle right up until the end here at Overpass.
It's absolute shutdown there on that B side play. Keeping utility for the late round. I think they had another smoke for Monster so that they could focus on short, shutting it down pretty convincingly. I don't mind the idea from X-Chiefs just trying to go for something quick with the pop flash. I think that's a decent way for them to try and win some rounds if they can use the pace of just getting kills so quickly to not allow the rotates. And here's a pacey play from them. Maker's got the early kill out Monster, but they've left the bomb in spawn.
Yeah, the bomb left in spawn right now is a big issue, especially with Attic now pushing up closer and closer to when it's going to be near. And that bomb is just on the other side, and Soju, luckily, is the man to pick it up. But will he be able to duel out against Attic? Will that fight even happen? It comes down to the timing and actually gets on by. Attic hasn't pushed quick enough in behind him, but that flank is definitely going to be a factor. All he needs now is for the rest of his teammates to be able to hold off what is going to be this B attack. So if they can delay, if they can stay alive long enough, then that flank from Attic coming in from behind should be able to deliver enough. And here comes the attack going in. It's Briss with the first pick. He turns around. He's got another one trying to spam on through. Oh, Briss, that is incredible that he turns around again for a third kill this time. And Soju is now in a 1v2, shut down by the flank of Attic. It will eventually get his kill and ties up the scoreline at 11-11.
Another explosive round towards the B bomb site. X-Chiefs trying to find their way in, and after they get that first kill, you want them to be in a position where they can convert the round. Felt like they had the chance to, but leaving the bomb at spawn means they have to go slower. VERTEX managed to make it more of a mess on that B site, but honestly, it felt like they were generally on top after they got those initial exchanges. Timeout taken by VERTEX ahead of this one, and Ex-Chiefs now are stuck down with a weaker investment ahead of this one. They've bought a Tech-9 so far, a couple of flashes. Can't really afford much more either. Hopefully they get a few more pistols. Not even that, just a P250. So they're really relying on these flashes to get them in.
Well, I can tell you, Alex, you weren't involved in this, but us in the chat, we were looking right into the eyes of every single ex-Chiefs player there. And we can tell they've got the fight in them in this one.
Wow.
One of them has deep blue eyes. I'm convinced it's Bradley Cooper playing on the T side right now. We'll see if that's going to work out for them. As the Tech-9s look to gather and explode into B. Right now, the defense here is just one all APOC dud. He's going to be holding back with the M4A4. The attack out from short, looking to put pressure on towards the site. There's actually Rufflecoat getting the first kill. And he'll actually get another one as well. Rufflecoat's just mowing him down from heaven, and he's looking for even more. That plant's starting to come in from Gump. He looks to try and lock that through, and actually gets back into short as well with his life. He's 8 HP, and he's still getting kills. And he's now the only player left. 1 versus 4, though. Yeah, I think this is fair to say. Mr. Gump, there's no chance of winning this. Grab that AK, run out of there. And it's going to be a round for VERTEX. They're in the lead now, Hawker.
That they are. Ex-Chiefs won't mind that round, getting a bomb plant, using those flashes to get them onto the site. They won't hate getting the extra money, but VERTEX are obviously pretty happy themselves getting into the lead for the first time in a fair few rounds, thanks to winning a couple there on their CT side. And they've got a double up set up to work with now. They want to continue this streak they've put themselves on. As for Ex-Chiefs, some of the fast plays have been working okay initially, but they haven't been able to fully follow through in some of these rounds. This time they are taking a slower start. This mid play could get interesting. They're not ready for this player so close. PZ with the first. Humongous trades it, and Brace is still close by, looking for the fight, but Humongous gets a double kill on the mid play, and surely this should be Ex-Chiefs round.
This should be. It's looking good for it. Here comes the rotation up. Rufflecoat looking to make the op sing. As they're attacking on through Rufflecoat, hiding in behind the truck. Utilities start to soar in towards the site, and Rufflecoat's actually going to throw his own smoke down to try and create a little corridor of safety. APOC taking down Gump, and that was the 1B player who was trying to make that play through, but in the end it hasn't resulted in any control. So this final A attack is the call, and it is going to be Rufflecoat standing tall. He gets one. I thought he was about to get the no-scope off, but in the end couldn't double up. So it is just going to be APOC left alone into this 1 versus 2, and he's spotted. He's brought down, and Humongous with another huge round from him. 5 kills not so long ago, and then this round he gets a 4K. He's having a great game right now for the Ex-Chiefs. 12-12 on the board in the second half. Really going the distance. And if it keeps up this back and forth, I really do fear for that CT economy, Hawker.
That is always a question, especially when you go for that double up setup in the previous round. That is a costly investment, and one that they could feel the ramifications of if this round goes against them. Ex-Chiefs leaning back towards B at the start of this round. VERTEX looking for the early information. Puts the smoke down. Huge damage done through the smoke, but elsewhere, Blitz actually just gets that kill through the monster smoke.
Yeah, I went to click the key to watch someone, and Rufflecoat just got killed through the smoke. Unbelievable shot from Blitz. Did not expect that one to happen, and now we just see this relocation coming in from the Chiefs. They're going to be going straight back up into middle. Waiting for them in the bathrooms is Addict. Will he be able to do anything? The answer is just no. It is Soju taking him out of play. We have to remember PZ has been fantastic. He has been a little quieter in the second half, so this would be a great time for him to step up. He's going to throw a smoke out to the right side, but he's crossed into the open, dangerously into the open, but there's a gap at the bottom of the smoke. He could have been able to pick it up, but the bomb, it runs right through the smoke. PZ drops down. Gump couldn't quite follow up for the second kill at long, but that bomb is now down in the open. He's given his team a slight chance, and that puck does position. Oh, the flash. It's so good from Maker. And now it is just Brace who is found by Soju. 13-12 as the Chiefs keep moving forward. The money is now gone for VERTEX, Hawker.
It's such a hero flash from Maker there. And especially when he's low on health, finding a way to help your teammates when you're so low. Really nice. I'm pretty sure it blinded both CTs that had rotated up to truck. And even though it was a 4v2 advantage, the couple of players low on health, that round can spiral quite quickly. So blinding those players and just getting those kills so quickly, making sure it is convincing, is exactly what X-Chiefs would have wanted. And man, that makes a huge difference here in this game. As you were suggesting, the CT economy not looking good. X-Chiefs 13-12 up with a golden opportunity to make it 14. You wonder how much that smoke kill impacts this game. Getting that early monster kill, getting them the advantage that they're able to close out.
Look at Peasy though. He's pushed all the way through connector.
It's not bad.
Would have liked a better gun though. You know, even though there's a flank coming, Maker's watching for it, which is a little sad. And Peasy's actually just gonna give up. He's just gonna go back in towards playground, trying to make sure that A is fully clear, but it is going to be this B hit coming in, and they're stacked on the wrong side of the map right now. They're over on A, but it is going to be this attack in towards B starting to come through from X-Chiefs. This T side aren't going to meet too much resistance if they go in the next few seconds, Hawker.
Here come the nades over the top. And Grump will lead the way for the team. Alex just trying to smoke Monster now from A, but it's Brace who's got the first kill. Quickly traded though, and this B site is now wide open. The rotate won't get here in time. It should be locked in for the T's now.
Yeah, it's looking really solid for them. And the nades actually soared right into Roffelco, so yeah, things are just looking from bad to worse right now for Vertex. Peasy, he's had a fun round, you know? He's been all over the shop, but I think he's actually just made noise. He's probably going to die on this boost attempt. It's just on the outside is Maker's AK, and he's trying to figure out, does he want to go for the spam? Is someone about to boost over and try and peek down into short? Maker's not giving away his position, and Peasy is going to fall away. So he's been all over the map, he's been all over the show, but he hasn't really done a whole lot apart from get his steps up on his Fitbit. That's about it. As you would expect this round.
He accomplished something.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's more than what we've accomplished today, Hawker. I mean, how many steps have I done today? Maybe about 25?
Yeah, man, I've been to the toilet. I had to walk downstairs this morning.
Oh wow, yeah, you live you have a downstairs. I walked out of my bedroom into my office, which is approximately 7 steps. So that was a very long excursion for me.
Excursion, very fancy.
Yeah, an excursion from my bedroom. I also watched the living room earlier. Yeah, man, I'm really doing a whole lot today.
Is it B rush time?
Well, here comes the attack. It is going to be that B-rush right through. It's going to be an additional hold coming in from Atpok Dodd. He gets the 3K. He shuts it all down. And now it's Maker and Gump trying to recover the situation.
Oh, and Maker just took even more damage as he crossed back from Monster. Oh my god. Is that another kill through the smoke? Atpok Dodd is wanting the ace right now. He's going to go for it. He's going to go and push. Oh, Gump denies him. That's a shame, but still,
what a kill.
A lot of impact.
Yeah, Gump just ending the party right there for X-Chiefs, but, or should I say Vertex. Could have been the celebrations. But Gump, look how paranoid he is. He's clearing out the nightclub. You know, Alex, you know what they call this part? If you know what that part of the nightclub's reserved for? People who turn up to clubs wearing tracksuit bottoms.
Oh, wow. I see, I see.
They're not allowed inside. But at least you can still hear the music, right?
Yeah. And at least I'm very comfy. Tracksuit bottoms.
Gump in a 1v4. He's going to try and come out through the monster tunnel. It's going to be 1 kill for it. He's going to look for a second as well, but hasn't really been given those opportunities. He's actually going to charge forward a third. No way. Surely not. There's absolutely no way Gump can win this round. Puts the bomb down in the middle of the site. He's actually going to fully commit to the bomb plant, and that would have been a little something, but Addict able to get rid of him. And that'll be 13 rounds now for Vertex. They're looking to try and pull this back once again to tie up the scoreline. And they're going to have a buy to have to do that against. There is going to be the X-Chiefs purchase up. They're going to have the ult for Blitz, the rifles out across everybody, and utility. But I'm wondering what X-Chiefs are going to go for here on the T side.
Yeah, I assume that previous round is one where they just say, you know what, we've got enough money. We're comfortable taking the risk of going for this fast B play. But it's probably
Wouldn't you know they're going to go for the boost again?
Go for. Yeah, why not? I think they're getting wait, where's they need the other guy to come back to boost for them.
Maker, come on, dude. There
I
we
was
go.
about to say it's gonna be a bit of a faster one, but apparently not.
All right. Oh, no. It's a fumble. It's an absolute fumble. They fumbled it completely. And, yep, Maker's away. He's like, I've had enough of this. Standing on top of each other's heads. And now they're getting stuck going down the ladder. Not being the most clean, efficient, acrobatic start to this round, but at least everybody's alive. And they didn't concede any map control, right? Because there's no aggression from VERTEX while they were attempting the boost. They didn't get aggressive on A, so they haven't lost too much of the map yet.
Yeah, also, Maker is not going for the initial boost, I think, so that he can throw the molly to B short, for example.
Yeah, exactly.
And make sure there isn't the full B aggression, so they at least deny that from happening. But they have burnt a lot of the clock here. 45 seconds left for them to make their play completely into A.
Oh. Gump just destroyed PZ. He had the perfect angle. I thought for sure PZ was about to pick up one, but here go the X-Chiefs looking to grab 15, putting pressure onto Briss. They're going to clean him out. And now Apok does just trying to source if it's going to be the save, and he will end up deciding just to run away. It's X-Chiefs up 15-13. They look to try and take this series 2-0.
And they're about to be one round away from it. Nothing VERTEX can do after losing those early 2 kills. Really impressive performance here on the T side from X-Chiefs. I feel a lot of the rounds have come down to getting some good early kills, but they've had the players who can do it. I mean, you pointed out earlier, Humongous having those 2 massive rounds. You could even call them Humongous if you wanted to, but that'll be a bit too obvious.
Absolutely humongous rounds. I mean, you got to. If you have a name like that, man, you got to play with it, right?
Sure.
It's like, I think there is some sort of science behind it. When you see a word like that, you use it a little bit more. Because every time I'm casting big, I cannot stop saying the word big. I just can't do it. That's a big round from big. Like, come on.
Yeah, you just accept that.
Yeah, I need to just like, can I level my reading level up? Or if I speak level from age 3, please? Thank you.
Your reading comprehension level.
Yeah, man. That was like the best thing at school, man. I used to hate sitting around on a little mat and having people read like the cat. What? Oh man, I wanted to hear the story.
Oh, we got some short aggression from VERTEX. I like that they are taking some initiative in this round with all the MP9s. They know they need to do something to keep themselves in this game. Blitz just spotted that man in bathrooms, but he backs away. There's still Addicts playing close by. The flash is fantastic, and Addict should have got one, but he can't get the early kill.
Oh, he's going to throw the Incendiary down here, PZ. Oh, he's actually caught Maker completely blinded. And PZ's had enough. He's just going to drop back inside of the site. They've turned this into the 4v4. Addict definitely should have got a kill, but all the kills starting to come back in. And Gump has found Apok, who was trying to get the flank going. And because of that kill, now that opens up a chance to get in towards B. And that's a kill coming in from Rolfulco. Gump has been taken out, and the MP9 finally goes down. Blitz's AWP goes soaring through. And now it is just 2 players remaining, Brace and PZ, to try and get this one over the line. Brace is in position, holding B. The MP9 gets shredded. What a shot out of Soju. The flick up. And the headshot confirmed. And it just looks like we're only seconds away from what will be a defeat for the VERTEX side. And a valiant effort in this best of 3. And PZ looks to try and keep it alive. He comes in with the first pick. Slight chance there onto Blitz down outside of Monster. PZ's moving closer, spots the arm again. But he has to remember there's a second player, and oh, he's found the chance. It's down to a 1v1. PZ nearly does it, but Humongous is a gigantuan player. 16-13 scoreline. X-Chiefs take the 2-0 win, and they're into the upper bracket game, Hawk. And we're looking at a team that are just, they're looking good.